Hey everyone, Dennis K here. It is Thursday, May 7th, and I think it's time to start another 30-day challenge. I appreciate all of the help and support that you've given me in the past with the 300 kettlebell swings per day challenge. But since that ended, I got to tell you, I've been faced with daily decision fatigue. I've kind of lost my structure in the day. I wake up and I have a lot of things I want to do and accomplish, but just to get started on the list, just takes me a long time to get going. My days aren't as productive as they usually are, and I would like them to be. And I find myself sort of backsliding in a couple of different areas. So what I want to do is today I want to kick off a new 30-day hard challenge. Now I know there's a popular program right now floating around the internet called the 75 Hard Challenge, and that has a lot of things on there that are difficult for some people, but they're definitely seeing results if they can stick with it. Well, I'm not so much a fan of that program. I know it works, but I'm going to create my own 30-day hard productivity challenge, again, just for myself, so that I can have some sort of structure introduced back into my day. So it's a framework. Now, of course, these things aren't all that I do during the day. My days are filled with a lot of meaningful, productive activities, but these things here on this list are going to give me some sort of framework or a structure with which I can build other things around. So here's what I'm going to do for the next 30 days. Let me just pull up my slide here. So first of all, regarding my own personal development and spirituality, I'm going to read 3 chapters of the Bible every day. And not just read, but also journal, take notes, meditate on that. It's a very important part of my day, in addition to the other reading that I normally do. I'm also going to commit to doing at least 1 hour of volunteer work per day with my ministry. And that's normally with a group of my brothers and sisters, or perhaps even on my own, wherever I have free time during that day to get that 1 hour in. I'm also going to really commit to work on my West African Pidgin language training. Now, this is something that my wife and I are involved in. We've been involved in this for, just about a year and a half now. And although I'm starting to speak it a little bit, I really want to improve in this skill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit to 15 minutes a day watching or reading Nigerian or West African Pidgin material, taking notes, and try to add a new word or a new phrase each and every day. For my health, I'm going to get back to what's worked for me in the past. I got in peak shape. It took me 4.5 months, but I got in really good shape before we went to the United States. And I did that by working out every day and keeping my daily calorie intake to under 1,635 calories per day for 6 days a week, and then have one cheat day where I just reset the system. I allowed myself to have anything I wanted. Now, why 1,635? Well, when I was working with a personal trainer in Paris, we went through my daily activity, my body type, my energy expenditure, and he put me on this 1,635 per day. And I tell you what, it's not easy, but it really, really works. So I'm going to do that for the next 30 days. I find myself right now eating more comfort food than I should for my own well-being, more flour, more wheat, more ice cream. So I'm going to watch those things again for the next 30 days, try to get back to feeling good, having more energy. In addition, I'm going to drink 4.5 liters of water per day. So this is a 1.5 liter bottle, so I'm going to drink 3 of these per day. Now, why? I don't know. Everybody suggests it. They say it helps improve energy, feelings of fullness. It's really good for the body. I know if I Googled it, there's like tons of benefits. But it's just one of those things that if I have a bottle like this, makes it very easy. I drink three of these a day, which is like, I think, 1.2 gallons. So we'll see how that goes. Not quite sure on that one yet. And I'm going to commit to doing 300 kettlebell swings per day, but I'm going to back off the heavies. I did 100 swings per day with those heavies before, and just resulted in a little bit more inflammation than I like. So I'm going to stick with the light ones, try to get my heart rate up. But then you notice it says 300 kettlebell swings plus. So the plus is I'm going to be adding some goblet squats, some push-ups, some side bends, rows, different things like that with the kettlebell, and try to kind of round out the workout itself. I'm going to also devote 15 minutes a day to developing or learning a new skill. This could either be listening to a podcast with the purpose of learning something and implementing it in my life. Could be a YouTube video. Could be 15 minutes of an Audible book. Right now I'm going through Boundless by Ben Greenfield. So again, the purpose of these 15 minutes isn't just necessarily entertainment, but it's to learn something specific that I can use either in my business or my health and fitness or in relationships with family and friends, something I can do to improve. Also, I'm going to be doing a daily post to YouTube on this 30-day hard program. I'm going to keep it fairly brief. I don't want it to be overwhelming and have it just be another thing I need to do each day. But I find that if I'm posting it to YouTube, then I'm holding myself more accountable, that I just have a list of things that I want to do each day in front of me. And also, what's been working really good lately for all of my clients who are buying property in Belize or thinking about buying property in Belize is communicating with them or helping them through my YouTube video series. So Steph and I have been taping some different things. Questions have been coming in, so we're going to be Q&A conversations with Dennis and Steph. Also, property listings, different things that come in regarding closings, taking title, how not to get scammed, what to do to protect your investment, things like that. So I'm going to be trying to post one video per day on my YouTube channel for Belize Real Estate. And then the last one, it's just more of a personal working space thing that I'm going to try. And that is every night when I shut down, each day I get up at 6 o'clock. I have from 6 o'clock till 8 o'clock p.m. What I call my activity time. So productivity time. That's minus about an hour and a half nap in the afternoon. But I have from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. To get everything that I want done in the day. And then at 8 p.m. I shut everything down. And my wife and I have something called Magic Hour. I pop open a bottle of wine. We have a glass of wine. We talk, catch up, watch something on Netflix or YouTube, and just end the day like that. So before I shut down at 8 o'clock, though, I want to take a few minutes and just sort of set the stage in my office/living room so that when I wake up in the morning and open the door, everything is in its place. And what that means is everything is uncluttered, cleaned, spotless, ready to go. There's not paperwork everywhere like there is now. And what I'm going to do regarding this challenge is I'm going to print out on a sheet of paper every day a list of these things with space to write my notes in. And so that's going to be sitting here. So when I wake up at 6, have my first cup of coffee, I'll be able to record what I did yesterday, if there's any blanks and missing information. But then I'll look at the fresh sheet for today, and I'll see, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to accomplish it? And then at the end of 30 days, I'm going to have 30 of these sheets of paper that I can bind and keep this. Now, why I find that's helpful is because when we have structure like this, and we continue the structure long enough, we spot patterns, what's working, what's not working. And so, for example, in this 30-day hard challenge, I'm going to be looking for reasons why or why not this type of method of structuring my day is working. What I mean by that is sometimes it's better to batch items throughout the week. For example, rather than having 15 minutes of language training per day, it might be more beneficial to have an hour-long lesson twice a week, okay? Or instead of developing 15 minutes a day to learning a new skill, it could be more beneficial to set aside 4 or 5 hours on one day and really dive deep into something. So there's a difference between batching and sprinkling, and I really don't know which one's going to work out the best until you sort of test these different things. So that's what I'll be doing. So it's May 7th. Today is my first day on my 30-day hard productivity challenge. So feel free to create your own, post comments below. Do this along with me. See what works for you and see how you can make the next 30 days productive. Again, I'm doing this because I found that as this quarantine goes on, there are certain things that I'm not liking now. At first, when the quarantine started, it was kind of new and I want to say like exciting. It was different, so there was a challenge in that. But now that it's gone on, I'm feeling the need to add some more structure, a nice framework into my day so that I make sure that the next 30 days are going to be absolutely the best they can be. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Hope you're doing this challenge along with me. Again, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, post comments below. Keep it friendly, and appreciate your support. Take care. Talk soon.